Team Scheire is inspired by the maker community. The whole program revolves around new technologies, emerging technologies, and how they can make an impact for real-life people with real-life problems. In both cases, we had two people with very specific requests. Look at Lean, she was really asking for specific aesthetical components, for specific symbols. The drone had to be transportable, it hadn't to be too heavy.
Once Crystal had collected all wishes of Debbie and also created the boundaries in which we could design, we started with brainstorming. We started out with scanning her arm. Around this scanned geometry, we created our design. Within our first prototype, we noticed that transferring the movement from the arm to the device still was a bit wobbly. There was a bit too much play in between the device and her arm. That's why in our second prototype we chose to make it a bit more complex, because we added an extra fixation in the device. So we added internal channels in the part through which a metal cable goes. Once she puts her arm in there, she can easily turn the knob to tighten the device around the wrist. It was really nice to be able to help this person, and also solving the case and seeing the transformation of this person was really satisfying. In the case of Lynn, at first she was just sitting on her little block playing the guitar, and she was more on the background with the band, or at least she wasn't that really into her spotlight. But once we had created this drone and she was playing on her drone, you noticed that she became more secure and she became more part of the show, let's say. For the mechanical strength of the drone, we used metal rods. On this we made like a construction of laser cut sheet metal, and then all the details we filled in with 3D printed parts. All the parts that had to be eye-catching or were very detailed were 3D printed.
3D printing, the amazing part of it is if you can imagine it, you can make it. But also because it's the technology that lends itself almost best to move from an idea to a product.
Within this project we had a very short lead time, and we noticed that the 3D printing technologies here really have an advantage of being able to create fast prototypes as well as end pieces for the final product.
So we have worked very hard on those projects. It was next to our full-time job, but I guess all the evenings and nights we spent working on it, we had only one thing on our mind, and that was really making an impact for that person. What I'm most proud of, and also what Materialise Minder is all about, is about the bright minds that we have in the company. Materialise was founded 30 years ago, and I get the chance today to work with engineers and creative that really breed additive manufacturing, and that's amazing. For me, that's really that's a real honor, and as it was an honor to work with Roman on these projects and to see all of his creative capabilities. So yeah, I'm happy that we could share that with the broader public.